Dishes here with Dishes Tech, and welcome back to another tech video. In today's video, I'm going to be kicking off my new Explain series for new types of technology and previous ones, because I thought, I've never thought of never wanted to do something like this, or wanted to do something like this, and today we're going to be talking, funny enough, about gaming, but we're going to be trying to keep it more the technical side, and it's going to be what the title says. Next gen is...
Next gen
explained. So he's not filled in today. He's not filled in. So yeah, anyway, we're going to start now. And first of all, next gen. What do we think of when we think of next gen?
Well, everyone immediately thinks of Xbox One and PS4, don't they?
Yeah, but then people forget about using the other type of platform, which is quite underrated, really. But a lot of people are getting into it, which is PC, of course. And as you know, I'm a PC gamer. If you've watched me on my gaming videos, my Xbox right behind, actually it's right below the camera from where the camera is. It's constantly off now. The only thing that really brought me back to it for a while was GTA 5, which is coming to PC. Touch wood.
March?
Touch wood. March. I think March is a safe bet. I think some people have been saying it a bit earlier, but that's not the point. Anyway, so we're going to be talking today majoritively about next gen. And we're trying to reference to the kind of technologies that next gen brings and what is relevant to the future of gaming and the future of technology, of course, because gaming doesn't always have its main place in these consoles now, or these PCs, of course. You know, you've got other things like Netflix, so like streaming movies, you've got Spotify, even... I don't even think that's on consoles yet. That's still to come. Yeah, Sky in the UK. You got Verizon in the United States. Got their service.
WWE Network,
WWE Network. You've got loads of things like entertainment wise, and that's one thing that the Xbox One has really been pushing for, which I think Sony's lacking on. And
they're
anyway,
getting better on it though.
Yeah, I think that even though people hate the Xbox One because of its entertainment approach and it's full out to trying to say we're an all-in-one console. Yeah, we're not bothered about gaming, but if you look at all their marketing stuff, they've always put gaming at the front of it still. Like the adverts where they show, the guy who works in the business office getting into the Titan. They haven't really advertised entertainment for the consumer on the telly at the moment.
No.
I'd say, first of all, I think we should speak about the two two consoles and their technologies. So, first of all, do you want to back the corner for PlayStation? Not this is a verse or anything.
Well, again, I'm not really the one with the whole percentage of the names of it contains a CPR 7000, but obviously Xbox One and PS4, they've both got similar hardware, although Sony's got that DDR...
It's got DDR5 RAM, which a lot of PCs are adapting currently to, but it's... A lot of people was like going, oh, DDR5, but if you actually look into it, DDR5 it's been around for a while.
Yeah, a very long time.
I would say a very long time, but sort of a long time. And to be quite honest, DDR3, you got to remember, DDR3 currently is still the norm. My computer has DDR3 and it runs just as beastly. I think if anything, RAM is important, but it's not as important as having maybe an SSD to improve your performance on the computer, which the consoles don't currently have, of course. And I don't think SSDs will ever come into next gen until, well, at least on the PC side they will, but not into consoles until they're actually a lot bigger. Yeah. In terms of technology, because currently right now I think the stuff that's inside of like AMD, they're still quite far behind the PC realms, because PC is constantly moving, and with the term next gen, I think that sometimes it's kind of underrated and it's overused. So for me personally, I think the Xbox One and PS4 are basically, if I was speaking about PC right now, wow, Xbox is just released a new console that's got all this cool technology in. Yeah, I've released it on PC. I think that's the one thing that PC gamers are going to dismiss. That's why no one in their right minds who's a PC gamer would think about getting an Xbox One or PS4 currently. I don't. That's just my opinion, of course. Purely my own opinion.
But the thing is, though, I mean, this is my side of it. Again, obviously everyone has their own opinions, but me, I don't really care about hardware and software. I couldn't give a flying monkey's anus if it contained the biggest hardware in the world. I just enjoy the console and the games and what contains with it. I mean, yeah, if you want to go really high tech with the CPU or whatever, then yeah, go on PC because it's constantly moving.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's dragging the PC community. It's what's really giving it its biggest moment right now. PC has been always one step ahead or many steps ahead of consoles because obviously we haven't had a new console for 6 years previously.
Did you hear about the IGN guy? Yeah, like
8
years. He said that the next console, so the PS5, will be coming out in 6 years. That's a bit short, isn't it? That's a bit.
Yeah, I think.
What do you think of that?
I know it's quite crazy, but comparing it to like games, for example, like GTA 5 took 5 years of development. That's not exact to the number of days and weeks and months and years, but it is close because of course they did delay it and they really did weigh the pants off of people because obviously they made so much money in day one and 3 days later. It's crazy.
Ching, ching.
That's one thing that I think the game producers that are doing currently, I think the consoles should be the makers of the consoles like Microsoft and Sony. I think they should be listening to all the types of ways that game developers have been putting into their. Well, that was probably the worst explained. I think the way to look at this is that console makers should be taking the voice from the makers of games. They should be, trying to think, let's not rush this. Let's just go into development and see what's workable. Now, I think one example is that when Sony came to make the bundle for the PS4, they originally detailed that it would have the PlayStation or the Sony the newer version for the PlayStation 4. That was going to come as part of the bundle for the same price or a bit more. But they decided to slash it right, I think, two months before release, which I think is quite cowardly compared to, for example, Microsoft, who may have made people put more, get more money out of their wallet, or take more from their bank. But I think that Microsoft pushing for the Kinect to be in homes not as bad as people are saying it's intrusive. But I think that the key is to get it as part of a package so you can get the technology moving. Because the problem with Kinect before was the people that didn't want to buy it, or the people that didn't buy into it because they didn't see anything possible with it that was worth it. So when you're looking, when we're looking at next gen right now, I think Microsoft made a big move and a bold move putting the Kinect part of it.
Yeah.
So we've kind of gone a bit off on the mind map really, but let's get back to the main pointers in the middle. Why next gen is still important? Do you want to I suppose add on to that? Why next gen?
Yeah,
is important?
because I think you could put this in different perspectives. I mean, everyone's got their own perspective why next gen is important, but for me, and why I personally look at it as the games, if it wasn't for the games, personally PC as well wouldn't move forward in that aspect because console has to be there. I mean, again, we don't know about the future. PCs could dominate, but right now, consoles need to be there to push forward the PC games a bit more, even with their hardware and our hardware. So it's kind of, you could say it's like a team sort of spirit right now in a way, but the games and the hardware is definitely important.
I'll say I think a definite contributor to the future of next gen is definitely Valve right now with their Steam box, Steam OS. They're trying to communicate with the gamer a bit more by like saying, we know you've got a PC, but we want to attract the console market into thinking, yeah, I can have a powerful console which I can keep upgrading myself, but it can be in my living room. So what they're doing is they're kind of moulding the PC, which used to be maybe someone having like one of those, bogged down, really slow, crappy CPU, crappy graphics card, not even maybe a graphics card, just internal graphics, and a few bits of RAM, media computer. Oh my god, those days were absolutely, it was literally like death's door for the start of technology coming into the living room. And I think when we moved to the smart TVs, I think that's when it started to get better. And now Valve really has they've really outdone themselves. Because I think Steam itself is a perfect platform to bring to the console, because the OS itself is actually running Linux. And if we've all got experience here with Linux, we all know what Linux is. Ubuntu, you've got extensions like Ubuntu, Mint OS, all those ones. It's open source, and for those who didn't know, Apple and Microsoft have both had code, or still probably do have code, from Linux. So everything was pretty much born from Linux in a way of sorts, and vice versa. Microsoft actually gave some code to Apple to make their computers a bit more helpful. Companies may not like each other, but they feed with each other. And what now Valve is doing, they're feeding out with gaming companies that make gaming computers like Alienware, other ones like Cyberpower. Like you're going to be buying a computer from Cyberpower in the near future, possibly. I've been helping you out with that. You see, I'm me as a PC gamer is trying to convert more of my friends.
Just like Islam. Way.
Yeah, I just think that PC these days is getting so much more affordable, and I think in many ways PC is the true next gen. I think that when you think of next gen, as I've said before, I think that consoles is present sort of next gen, but that doesn't sound fancy.
I still need to pick up my PS4. I don't know why I'm gonna pick. Oh, Josh's phone.
Yeah, get a message.
My PS4. I might get it when Watch Dogs comes out.
Yeah, I think if there's any games that we're going to speak about, I think Watch Dog is probably one of the only games available to come out this year, which apart from Titanfall is going to push next gen.
What do you think of the Titanfall controller? Do you like it? I don't like it.
Oh god, it's actually pretty beast. I
it's
think
like a transformer just shat on it. It's true though, isn't it?
No, seriously, the good bit about making custom hardware like for the future of gaming is that when you don't put a date or you don't put like something on it that's going to like make it not relevant in the future. Like for example, the Titanfall controller doesn't have the word Titanfall on it. They've thought about it. They've really thought about it because you could have that in a few years' time for the Xbox One, and it would still be relevant. It wouldn't. Obviously, a controller will be relevant to you unless it breaks, of course, and then you get a new one. It's like if I just quickly grab it from over here, my Xbox remote. This is still relevant to me because I can still use it for my computer.
When I come around, because I cannot use a fucking keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I still use this on PC. I still play games like over the years. I've played games since I've been on PC. This is my in December is my first full year being on PC, and I've probably had more games than I've ever had on console.
That's true. His library. His library's fucking insane.
Yeah, I think I've probably got close to 115 games.
You don't mind me swearing, do you?
No problem.
That's
fine. Okay, so pretty much there we had our battery dying on the camera, but yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, not very professional, Krishna.
Hey,
I didn't even announce the guy's name here. What am I on about? For those of you who didn't know
exactly,
from the start,
didn't.
Fazia Hunter. Oh, do you know what? I'm probably going to put name tags below it, both of us, so you actually get an idea. Because if you haven't watched my main channel, then you don't know who he is.
Let me just call up my agent because he's not being professional enough.
Yeah, cockiness at the end there. Anyway, we're going to just quickly make our final points about the consoles as part of next gen of PC. So, where do you see next gen going in the future?
Consoles or PCs or both?
In general, just in general.
In general. Well, you know what? That's a theory that, just gaming in general has definitely evolved since we've been playing it. And it's really hard to say because it's just getting to a point where you're like, wow, what can they do next? And obviously,
they keep on wowing us.
If we dig deep, there's obviously things that they can do. I mean, I still want them to keep the controller. I don't want everything to be all with hands and everything, but...
Yeah, like Kinect, of course, yeah.
Pretty much. So, you know what? I'm really interested. So, you know what? I don't even want to think that much into it at the moment, but...
It's quite scary to think about it sometimes.
It is. I just want to enjoy the PS4. I want to enjoy this generation coming up ahead because...
And when you get a gaming computer, imagine the possibility.
The scary thing is this is our last generation as kids. Because the next time we buy a console or a PC, we'll be adults.
Yeah.
And we won't get that wow factor anymore as kids getting...
Extension from that, we are adults, we're 18.
Well, we're 18.
That kind of proves the point. It's literally just caught the end of it. It's just caught the end of our first 18th year. So, well, we haven't been 18 for a full year yet, but catch us for the first portion of our year. So, we was there at the start of next gen. We can say that to our future selves again.
Yeah.
We can go, yeah, we was there. That was a mark in history that it's like saying that you was the last generation before they changed something in schools. You know what I mean? Like we was the first generation to get proper technology in schools. I think because any time before we were born, 1995, it was pretty rare that you get a computer in every class. Yeah. It was slim pickings. As soon as me and Krishna, came to go into junior school after infant school, we saw a computer in every classroom.
Yeah.
And say, me and Krishna both shared our love for technology right from the moment we met, really, because we always used to, surf the web and mess around with the computers and stuff.
No, don't give secrets away.
No, not getting into that kind of jokes. But yeah, pretty much you can tell that we've been there for it, and I think that kind of before we end would be a good pointer to say that we might do a video about how technology's changed throughout our generation at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned for that. If you'd like to see that, guys, we are going to think about doing it anyway, but if you'd like to see that, guys, be sure to drop a comment down below, because that'll be much appreciated. And as well, if I remember, going to put an annotation over my mate Krishna's face here, Fazio Hunter.
Thanks.
So you can go and check his channel, or it'll be at the link in the description below if you haven't got annotations annotated currently. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos in my channel. Be sure to check my main channel out. Follow me on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter, even though he doesn't tweet as much.
Hey, listen,
That's one thing. Twitter's come back. Twitter's come back. Twitter was in our generation as well.
I have a life.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.